The traditional pursuit of success has normalized the sacrifice of our physical and emotional well-being. But what's the point of achieving success if we are too sick or unhappy to enjoy it? Today, we're discovering how to trade burnout for bliss with Rebecca Whitman, the magnetic abundance mentor from Balanced, Beautiful, and Abundant. Rebecca, it's great to have you back with us today.
So great to be back.
So I want you to explain the meaning of bliss in the context of overcoming burnout.
Bliss is happiness, it's contentment, it's having energy. Burnout is feeling depleted. So if you think of your energy as a cup of tea, if we keep giving to everyone, our boss, our coworkers, our spouse, our children, eventually we get drained energetically and we feel burned out. We just feel exhausted. So filling that back up with things like self-care, which I believe is not selfish, gets us filled back up with joy, and eventually we feel bliss, we feel at peace.
And I'm sure that many of us have struggled in the past with, we're on this path to, reaching our goals and the success. And it's hard to, take a step back from that and have that self-care and that time to ourselves. How would you suggest to find that place to know that, okay, I'm kind of getting starting to feel burnt out, but when do you keep pushing and then when do you retract a little bit?
I think of our schedule like a HIIT workout, high intensity interval training. Sometimes you push and those are your focus days, and sometimes you relax, those are your play days. So if you know you have a big deadline or something that you're really working hard for, schedule a couple relaxation days after that so you can recover. I'm not one of those coaches who says don't work hard and just stay at home and meditate and everything will show up at your door. I believe in hard work, but you just have to balance it out with some fun and some play.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it will work best if you, like you said, schedule out those days in advance so you know that, even if I wake up and I'm not feeling the best today, it's my push day. But then tomorrow I have a relaxation day. Do you think that's the best way to go about it? Or if I'm feeling a little today, do you think I could take the day?
I believe in scheduling it out. The calendar is your best friend when it comes to avoiding burnout. So if you are feeling a little I don't believe in just canceling everything and staying in bed. Mm-hmm. I believe in showing up, knowing that the next day or the day after that is going to be your rest day.
Mm-hmm. So scheduling is a way of setting a boundary. Yes. What are some other ways to set boundaries around our time and our energy?
Our time is our biggest resource. Money comes and goes, but our time, once we spend it, we never get it back, and we don't know how much we have left. So you don't want to give your time to things that drain your energy, and you want to stay in your zone of genius. What are you really good at? And if you're not as good at something, and if it really drains you and it's boring, like minutia, like for me, I'm not very good at accounting. I'm not very good at emails to mass lists, all the tech stuff. I have that delegated to people who love doing accounting and love doing email marketing. Mm-hmm. So find what you're good at and stay in your zone of genius. And if it's not something that lights you up, don't do it. Mm-hmm. I tell my clients, don't do anything out of fear, obligation, or guilt. Because if you show up out of fear, obligation, and guilt, you're not going to show up as your best self. You're going to show up resentful, and you're not going to be of maximum service to your fellows if you're showing up jaded and annoyed.
That's very true. But now saying no is scary sometimes. Sometimes I feel people want to just say yes because they think that's the best way to go about a situation. What are really the importance of saying no?
Saying no is the hardest thing in the world, especially for people pleasers. I myself am a recovering people pleaser. I had the disease to please, so displeasing someone, even if it hurt my own health and well-being, was really challenging. But then I learned just to say no, and not to justify, defend, or explain my no. Just to say no, I can't make it, no thank you, I can't go, no. Mm-hmm. That's it. No is a complete sentence, and at first it's going to be so scary and hard, but the more you practice saying no, the more graceful you'll be at it.
Yeah, and I think the scary part of saying no is wondering about the outcome of saying no, the fear behind it. But that's false evidence appearing real.
Yes.
So no is a complete sentence. I love that.
Or face everything and rise.
Yes, face
That's
everything
also
and rise. I love that so much, Rebecca. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we have you back again with us next week. Talk about health and body before business. It's RebeccaElizabethWhitman.com for more information about you, and I can't wait to continue our conversations.
I can't wait.
We're back in 2 minutes.